Hey everyone, this is my first video on YouTube. I've never actually posted anything of what work I've done or anything. I like to restore old motorcycles as well. I've got four over there that are all Hondas. They're from 70s to the 80s. Some of those are mine, and then some of those are my father-in-law's, and then my Street Glide in the back. Always just liked working on bikes and cars and everything, so I was like, I've always wanted a muscle car or a muscle truck. So this is kind of like my version of what I'm gonna do. This truck was complete. It's a 1972 C10. Had power brakes, power steering, and AC. It had also disc brakes on the front. It has a drum in the rear. It wasn't lifted or it wasn't lowered. It was pretty much what it was from factory, minus like there's dual exhaust from where they had that 350 in it. So all I've done, so I shouldn't say all, stripped everything, put new floors in it, inner rockers, a little bit of floor work there. Both pillars are new. It'll have cab corners, outer rockers, and brand new doors. Currently, right now, I'm waiting on door pins so I can redo the door hinges. And I started on this side because the door hinges weren't too bad, but I'm just gonna rebuild them so I know they're perfect. The door itself is pretty much where it's gonna be, except like a 16th back. Try to get the body lines a little bit better than what they were factory. I didn't put any support braces inside of this, and I was going to, but the cab was so twisted from the previous 2 owners ago, basically. The person that redid this truck last, they just did a really crappy job. I mean, I pulled out Bondo chunks out of the outer rocker that were about a baseball size. So I'm just trying to do it the best way I know how to do it, and this is what I'm doing. I've done some repairs right there. This was all rotted out. So yeah, the doors will be on here soon. I'm hoping the next couple of weeks I'll be able to pull the cab. And then I gotta replace the metal piece there for the radio. They put a single din in and bent those tabs in. They did it pretty crude, so I went to replace all that, make it look nice again. Basically, the inside's just gonna look factory. Except for I'll have a single din back in it, I like music, so I'm just gonna keep the music going in it. The rear of the truck, I'll put 4-inch drop springs, which are actually over there. They're HD ones, so they're a little thicker metal, and then I'll put 1-inch drop springs on the axle to give it a 5-inch drop in the rear. The cross member in the middle to hold the track bars, I'm just gonna cut holes in the center of them to pull the exhaust through, and then gusset them with pipe. So keeps the rigidity of that. The rear end's a 308. I'm going to continue to use that. But I am going to put a limited slip in it, and I'm also going to put disc brakes on the rear and an adjustable track bar, or panhard bar. The front is just going to do the same thing, just update the A-arms, put new bushings in them. I'm going to put 1-inch drop springs in the front and 2-inch drop spindles in the front. Redo the whole front end, and put a sway bar on the front of it. Potentially put a sway bar on the rear too. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna put a 5.3 liter. Yeah, everyone knows LC or LS swap. I actually got this one for pretty cheap, actually almost free. It dropped out a cylinder because of the lifters. I think it's the reason it did that is because of the cylinder deactivation. But after I do that, I'm actually gonna put an M21 4-speed Muncie in it. I wanna be able to shift it. I don't want an automatic. I was gonna put like a 4L80 in it, but I don't really wanna do that. I just wanna feel the more of the muscle side of it. So that's what I'm gonna do on that. And the cab is going great. I mean, it's, for only having it 4 weeks, I'm this far, I'm actually really stoked. Currently just waiting on parts now, and that's where we're at with it. Bed's solid. It's just, got a little bit of Bondo on this side. The other side's better. It's got hit there, I think. So we're just gonna pull all that out, fix the metal behind it, and probably have to do a little skim coat, but I'm gonna pull out as much as I can. There's some of the parts we've got. The springs, shocks, chassis paint, and there's the other door for the other side. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep updating you guys with the 72 C10, and hopefully you guys follow it, subscribe, and we will keep going on this bad boy. Talk to you guys soon.